Pregame, you guys know what it is. We got OKC versus the Bulls tonight. Zach LaVine's back. DeMar's, surprisingly, this wasn't expected. He's getting a night due to rest. He's going to be out tonight. Like I said, when I heard it, much deserved after that 40-point game last night in which he was really the only one doing anything. It's understood that DeMar has the night off. It's well deserved, well earned in my opinion that he has the night off because he's been carrying the team. Even though we haven't been winning, he's been doing the most heavy lifting out there, especially when you have Io and Kobe not really giving him much by way of assistance with scoring. Vooch hasn't really either. So we get Zach back. I don't know if they officially said Jeff Green's going to be back in this game or not. But Zach, DeMar, Io, Kobe, they're gonna have to figure it the fuck out tonight. Tyler Cook, this is a game in which I think Tyler Cook, we're gonna get to see a lot of him, especially because of the size. Hopefully he stays out of foul trouble. But yeah, that's it. You guys know, pregame show. We just hang out, we chill. Not a lot of analysis here because I've kind of already did it in my pre-recorded video for today. So let's go ahead and get into the comments. DeMar out. Yep. What's going on? Clarifying. Yeah, I figured you meant DeMar. Let's go Bulls. Absolutely, Anthony. You already know, brother. What's up, Haize? How you doing? I'm doing all right, Marlon. It's been a good day today. It's been a good day. Long Monday as far as like my job and everything, but it kind of is what it is, man. Mondays. I'm not even somebody who usually has like a case of the Mondays or bad Mondays or anything like that. I'm not somebody who dreads Mondays, but today was just a long ass day. That's all I can say. It's just been a long. It really feels like it should be like midnight already to me. But how are you? How are you doing, brother? Benny the Bully. We can't have DeMar, but at least we have LaVine. Hey, listen, DeMar deserves the rest, man. He's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting. We want to make sure his legs are going to be as healthy as they can be for the rest of the season. And really, at this point, I think the Bulls really. They don't have a lot of great competition between now and the All-Star break. We have a couple of games in and out there, but really the Bulls need to make it to the All-Star break, get back as fully healthy as they can by then, have everybody rest up, and just gearing for the stretch. And I talked about it on the video before is that, because of that 6 to 8 week time period, Lonzo and Caruso, by the time they come back, we'll have like 15 games or less back. If it's that full eight week stretch. If it's close to the 6 week stretch, then we'll have more like 25, 28 games left. But for the most part, the majority of the rest of the season, Lonzo and Caruso are not going to be there. And then when they do come back, hopefully they do come back healthy. If we get Patrick Williams back, we're really going to be trying to get Caruso, Lonzo, and Patrick Williams all back in rhythm, right? Leading into the playoffs. If they all come back healthy. The thing that worries me about the Caruso injury is that it was worded that he'll be reevaluated in 6 to 8 weeks. So it could easily mean, when the end of that 6 to 8 week period, they take a look at their wrist and they're like, man, you need a couple of more weeks. And then if that happens, Caruso will really be coming back. And they may. If the Bulls are playing well by then, think about it. If Lonzo is back and he's going, Io and Kobe are still playing good off the bench, they may tell Caruso, hey, we're going to give you 5 games before the playoffs to come back and get in rhythm. And then really we're just going to give you that whole time off to heal that wrist. Broken bones, some of them mend back faster. The wrist has a lot of smaller bones in it. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to diagnose. So it could really be anything. So, that's what it is. By the way, fuck Grayson Allen while we're talking about it. But yeah, next man up for real. Absolutely. That's the theme. That's the season, the next man up season. How do you see the game playing out? Love your videos. Hey, thank you, Trent. I appreciate you, man. I really don't know, right? Because the last 2 games have not gone the way that I've expected them to go. Like even that Bucks game, like I did not expect that game to go anything in the way that it did, and the Bulls to really still be in that game. So really, and then Orlando definitely didn't expect that game to go that way. The Bulls need to execute. If the Bulls execute on defense, I think we have enough offensively that it's going to take care of itself. Usually, right? I think Zach is probably going to come back now. That's the thing. Is Zach going to come back, be ready, firing on all cylinders? Or is he going to be kind of working himself back in too? It's a lot of variables, man. We could see huge bounce back games from Io and Kobe as well. Javante, if he plays, who knows, man? Got to get this W. I mean, I don't know if I say got to, but it is what we definitely need the W. Hey, Haize, I know you love your boy, but man, Vooch is killing us. He's in a major slump, and to me, it looks as if he pouts if he doesn't get the ball. No, oh, come on, no. Yeah, and Edwin, one thing that I do realize about you, brother, and this is one good thing about us having consistent people here, is we're family at this point. And so your family. Bro, you just don't like Vooch, and that's fine, right? That's fine. I understand in the way he's playing this season. That people have kind of turned on him. But no, Vooch does not pout when he doesn't get the ball. Vooch is down on himself because of the way he plays. But no, Vooch is not at all pouty because he's not getting the ball the way or how he wants the ball. If anything, he's really down on himself in his play. But I don't think it's because he's not getting the ball. Do you think Io is going through a rookie? Well, I think it's a version of it. I think also when you look at it, the fact that he's playing a role that he wasn't playing even when he was getting his big minutes, it's a lot of things that go into it. A lot of things that are going into why Io's playing the way he is. But yeah, I mean, he's probably played at this point already more games than what he's probably because they're 44, 45 games into the season. That's a lot of games. He's played in more of them than not. So maybe good. I'm glad you're fine, Marlon. How do you feel about Dan Quinn, the coach, DC? For the Bulls? I mean, for the Bears, I really don't care. The Bears are cursed, man. We can hire. I don't know, man. At this point with the Bears, I have to see it, man. I don't even care who they hire. They've hired some people in the past where I've been like, yeah, this is gonna be it, and it hasn't gone for us. Yesterday was real fun, man. You missed out on a good day to be streaming as a Bulls fan. Hey, I was tired. I streamed the halftime hangout I did, and then after the game, I was just pooped, man. And I knew today was going to be a long day. It just kind of is what it is. And lately, Brown couldn't guard my 3-year-old if he played. Bruh, we need help. No. And Troy Brown hasn't been doing that bad defensively, at least not to me. Of course, he's gotten caught out of positions, but it hasn't been that bad defensively. I think more than anything, Troy Brown just been taking some shots that I've just been looking at. Like, why the hell would you shoot that? Milwaukee Bucks, do you think we can win tonight? We absolutely can win. We can, but it is what it is. Missed the game last night. Watched my Chiefs. We got to rebound tonight. Listen, it's not just tonight. We rebounded from a lot. How do you feel the performance of Zach will be in the ball sack? I hate that nickname. They'll be fine. Kobe started out good, but started shooting rocky. Io had a bad game, which is expected as a rookie, but damn, these guys has to do better. I mean, Kobe's had 2 bad games shooting. And even last night, like as much as he wasn't shooting the ball right, 3, he finally decided, oh no, I'm going to start hitting my floater and take it to the rim, and he did some good things. But yeah. I mean, they got to do better overall for sure. Bro, we're going to have to give the Butterfinger brothers a lot of minutes, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Pretty blah. Went after Allen so hard, he got banned on Twitter. Ooh, oh, what? For real? He got banned on Twitter? Grayson Allen got banned on Twitter? Good, man. Just got in. Have they announced Levine? Levine is playing tonight. He is playing tonight, but DeMar is out tonight. So don't start me on Grayson Allen. Listen, that's crazy. What's good, Haize? And Chi-Town Bulls versus not too friendly Thunder. The Bulls should be able to take. They should have been able to take a last couple of W's, but it is what it is. Wow, I don't like Vooch, bro. I love you, peeps, but it's not that. Just he's playing really bad. Like the chemistry could be wrong. Just saying. No, I mean, again, I've always said my opinion holds no more weight than anybody else's. But I have noticed, Edwin, and with this again, we're family, so we got to be honest with each other. It's like I admit I'm super biased on Bradley. Like even when Bradley does have a game, because I know that the next game is going to be horrible, I'm just like fuck Tony Bradley, bro. There's been games where literally Vooch has been playing good and been like our leading scorer in a quarter, and you've been like, hey man, Vooch isn't playing too good. Like it's okay it's perfectly okay. Like that's one thing. Like I'm not shitting on you or anything if you don't like Vooch or if you're more down because of the way he's been playing. That's all fine. It's just we all have people. Everybody has a player that no matter what they do, and at this point, I'm like that on Alfonso McKinney. Alfonso McKinney's fucking terrible. He can come out and score 30 points tonight. I'm still going to tell y'all how terrible he is because there's stats to back it up. So it just is, man. There's nothing wrong with it, bro. I didn't mean anything bad by it. Grayson Allen, a little B. Chris Middleton is too, saying it was a good hard foul. Hope that same thing happens to him so you can see what a good hard foul is. Man, listen, the best revenge will be going further or beating them in the playoffs. That's the best revenge. That's what I'm focused on. Excited to see Green back on the floor. Yep, for sure. We definitely need his injury. That's the injury. Oh, no. Definitely need his energy. Good to see our Robbie Gold in the Packers. Listen, I'm so happy to see the Packers get out the playoffs. Like, that shit is literally some of the best. The Bulls lost, but the Packers got eliminated from playoffs. Overall, good weekend for me. I love your video so much, and the Bulls are good. It be tough loss. I mean, it is what it is, man. Tough loss happened. It is what it is. Do you think Billy starts Tyler over Green? I think it depends on who starts at the point guard. If it's going to be Kobe starting tonight, I don't know if they've announced or not, then I think you put Green in the starting lineup for defense, right? Because you need defense. And that's not to say, I've talked about how Kobe's an improved defender, but I think you balance that out with starting Green and what he's able to do with his versatility defensively. If it's Ayo who's starting in the point guard, I think then it's going to be Cook, because we've seen it. And I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but it seems like Cook and Ayo are developing it's not where it needs to be quite yet, but they're developing some chemistry where it seems like Ayo's starting to understand where Cook likes the ball at. And that type of chemistry, especially once Ayo moves back to the bench and stuff, it could be key. So I that's what I think. Now, that doesn't mean that that's what they're going to do. They could, but I would start Green. If Green is 100% and ready, you start Green, because you need that energy. One thing we've seen is that we need that energy and that versatility defensively. Definitely. Do you think that Ayo plays like a pass first player? No, I think Ayo's just a basketball player. At this point in his career, he is just a basketball player. By that, I mean he's going to do whatever he's had 2 bad games back to back. But overall, Ayo brings a little bit of everything. Now, his passing and his playmaking has really been impressing me, but I wouldn't necessarily call him a pass first player. He's a player that can do everything and can pass very well, especially when you have weapons around him. Brother Wagner Brothers was killing him. Maybe size, but just come on, bro. He got torched. Scorpion finished him. Listen, again, this is team basketball. And again, the way the Bulls play basketball, it's not about one-on-one defense. So it wasn't just him getting scorched. And keep in mind, okay, and if you want to say that, he played really good one-on-one defense against Giannis in his possessions. Very few possessions, but he stayed with him. He played physical. So again, it's not just that. Like, especially when you talk about a team being on defense and the way the Wagner brothers ate them up, that was a team loss. That wasn't just Vooch. You can't just place that on Vooch, brother. Zach LaVine is listed as a power forward. Zach LaVine is listed as the power forward today? What's the lineup for today? Somebody verify that. I was getting scared to shoot, which is the only thing I was disappointed in. A lot of open shots DeMar created for him. He passed. Yeah, I mean, but that's one thing that you see with rookies. Their confidence weighs, right? And because he's having bad games, and because those games that the Bulls have been playing were so close, we're seeing that freedom that he was playing with really come down. He's not as confident right now. It'll come back. It all ebbs and flows. It'll come back. He's a rookie. It'll come back. DeMar's out. Bulls got. He's only out for rest. No injury, no concerns, nothing like that. He's strictly out because they're giving him a night of rest. I got banned on Twitter, not Allen. Oh, well, shit. What did you get? You got banned on Twitter? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's wild. That's a city nickname for OKC, just to let you know that real quick. What's a city nickname for OKC? I must have missed something. I only know you for like a few months, but you're a cool dude, man. I wish I could meet you in person and talk Chicago Bulls all day. Listen, I could talk Bulls. I could talk sports all day. Any sports. True, no doubt. I am biased at him a little more than others because I know how good he can be in the post. He's dangerous there, but keep jacking up threes. I feel you. I saw Grayson Allen talk about the Caruso apology and slightly how show remorse about Caruso on his Discord servers. My question is, why the fuck would anyone be a part of Grayson Allen's Discord? I don't know, man. I don't know. Go to Matthew. Honestly, all the talk about attacking Allen, what I want to see is next time Caruso plays against him that he embarrasses him and shows the league how much of a useless contract he is. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Run with us. This is a very good point. I do think getting Patrick back will help Vooch a lot because Patrick can help Vooch in the paint, and there's also a lob threat. Listen, if Patrick Williams was able to kind of work himself out of that injury slump that he was in and get himself back in groove, just like we saw Kobe do. It's funny how similar it was, right? We just didn't get to see the other side of that. Keep in mind, Kobe played his first 5 games or 6 games were horrible shooting wise, horrible. He showed some flashes of improved defense, but scoring wise was horrible. And then he started coming along. Patrick Williams played 4 games, 4 complete games, went out in the 5th game. He was not playing the best, not playing aggressive, anything like that. If Patrick Williams was able to work himself out of it, get in the groove and the rhythm of playing with this team and the new team that was here now, I think it would have worked out. I think that they would have covered each other a lot on their weaknesses and their strengths. This is my opinion, but we'll see. We'll see it. Wow, Levine at the power forward tonight. Troy Brown Jr. starting at the 3. That is not what I expected at all. At all. Wow, who else is in the starting? Okay, so that means that both Io and Kobe are still starting today. Troy Brown Jr. starting. Levine's at the 4. And Vooch is at the Jesus. I guess against Oak. Man, I don't know. That is a interesting ass lineup. That is an interesting ass lineup. And when I love Io's defense, really feel like he's going to be a huge steal in the long run, especially under Debo guidance. Absolutely. I mean, at this point, it's confirmed. Like Io's ceiling has risen as the season is going on. I think at this point, some people are viewing him as a possible starting point guard at some point. And not just one that just fills in, like a legit starting caliber point guard. And right now, I don't know who would realistically fight that with looking at how he's played and even looking at how he's played when he's been in there as a point guard. Io's potential, I've said it, it's as high as anybody from the first round. Anybody in the top 10, damn near. And he keeps showing flashes. Yes, he's had some bad games, but Io has really shown that he can come around. I'm going to kill this dog. That's what I'm going to do. Kobe, Io, Zach, Brown, Vooch in the starting lineup. That is an interesting starting lineup. I mean, I guess Javonte's not playing then, because you would think that even if Javonte Green was available, that they would have started him. So maybe he's not playing today. Any sport. Oh, I think you forget, my friend. I grew up in Europe. I think you forget that. Literally except rugby. I have never watched an organized rugby game. But no, I'm honestly, and this is the thing, BKR, you're going to have to invite me to talk some soccer one day because I am a huge football fan. For real. So I grew up overseas, so I watched all of that. Yo, bro, where are you at? I want to meet you, bro. Love your videos. Keep this shit up. I live in Columbus, Ohio. But I'm all over the place all the time, man. What I would do to see Haize live reaction for yesterday's game, that was easily the worst performance, not because of the score, but how we got bullied in the loss. Haize records some cuts and posts. Listen, I'm trying to think, what's the best way to word how yesterday, if I would have streamed me watching the game? Literally, it would have been just the whole second half was me cursing. And then when we briefly looked like we were I think we got the lead down to like, 8 or 6 or something like that. I was like, yes, they're gonna do it again. And then the lead immediately went back up. And then when Suggs did that it was Magic City when he was at the free throw line. Listen, how did you 8-9 games when you haven't even broke double digit games? You talking about Magic City? Nobody gives it. Oh man, listen, you're gonna get me started. Let me stop. Vooch is out. I thought he was questionable. I didn't think he was out. Was Vooch out? Wait, yeah, I don't think Vooch is out. He was moved to questionable, but I don't think Vooch is out. Let me check. Let me check. Let's see what we got going on tonight. Okay, so Javonte Green is available, but he won't play more than 22 minutes. Is what I've seen tweeted out. Vooch is in the starting lineup tonight. Vooch is not out tonight. Vooch is starting tonight, brother. I don't know where you got that from, Maddie. Listen, this is what I'll say. Don't don't doubt Troy Brown Jr.'s ability to surprise you, right? Don't expect it, right? But don't doubt it either, especially because if he's out, if Kobe and Io are scoring well and Levine is coming back scoring like Levine usually does, Troy Brown Jr. really doesn't need to do much. He doesn't need to do much. So I don't let him worry you. Don't let him worry you. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I believe rugby just looks like the one thing let me say this. I don't really quite understand the rules in rugby. And I think that's what's taking me out of the few times I've tried to watch it. But it looks like and I love physical sports, so it looks like an amazingly physical sport. OKC is really smart. That'll probably be why Levine is at the 4. Well, I think we talked about that. Levine is not actually at the 4. Sorry, I had to go into dad mode there for a second. I was watching your short film about Columbus, Ohio yesterday. Cool. Oh, wow. You took it back. The creative. Yeah, that was my first short film. I've won 3 short film festivals because of that film. And I've been in like 5 or 6 other ones. And it's crazy. Like I filmed that over the course of 3 weeks. It took me to film that film. That was my birthday present to myself last year. So yeah. I don't swear much on my channel, but yesterday the whole second half was me swearing. I'm not surprised by it. Not surprised by it. Let's be honest. Vuce should stay around the rim and over there to get himself going, start off every single game. I mean, this is the thing. It's like that is the coaching that's deciding to do that. Like I like to a degree, right? I know like Vooch does hang around the perimeter some too, but the design of the offense, they don't go to him in the post outside of the first couple of possessions, and then they go away from it quick. They definitely need to feed him in the post more. Definitely need to feed him in the post more. The rules of rugby: just run as hard as you can into the opposition and show them who is daddy, then put the ball down on the line while shushing the crowd. Hey, I'll have to get into it. I just pray to the basketball god that Troy Brown Jr. plays defense tonight. I will cry tears of joy. Hey, it is what it is. Describe from best. Oh, absolutely, Columbus is the best by far. Cincy is all right, right? It's cool. It's all right. And then Akron, then Bumfuck, Ohio, then Defiance, Ohio, then like 15 other smaller, and then Cleveland. That's how the cities in Ohio work. Yep, they're available. Not saying he's a bad defender, just ain't to actually play with grit and heart like we've seen him do before. Yeah, I agree. Alfonso McKinney, Troy Brown Jr., Derrick Jones Jr. I don't believe all 3 of them will be on the roster come trade deadline. Listen, I mean, it depends, right? We haven't, again, AK and Eversley, you never know what they can do. They move in silence. They're ninjas. They can pull out a trade that no analyst or anybody else has ever even thought that they would pull out. But I really don't think it's going to be trade market. I truly believe it's going to be more towards the buyout. I just don't believe it's going to be anything trade. Now, if it happens, I still trust them. Whatever they do, I trust. I'm just saying I don't expect it to be. Do we agree we need to shake up a few things here and there on the squad? I mean, shake up how? What do you mean by shake? Shake up can mean a lot of different things. They definitely need to add somebody, but I don't think it needs to come by trading a bunch of players. I don't think that needs to happen. I think the key thing in shaking up is just getting back everybody healthy. You got to look at it. At this point now, because they're all going to come back after the trade deadline. After the trade deadline, we're going to get Zoe, Caruso, possibly Patrick Williams back. That's a shakeup, right? Especially when Patrick Williams hasn't been out since the 5th game of the season. So yeah, that is much of a shakeup. They don't need to do a lot. Now, if they add a Paul Millsap, add a Derek Favors, add a Tristan Thompson through a buyout, I think that's enough. But we'll see. It was cool because I basically got to see what you're like outside these bull streams. Made me feel like I know you on a personal level. You do eat Cheerios after working out, though. Listen, my bowl of Cheerios, man. Listen, it used to be fruit No. Captain Crunch, oops, all berries. But then as the older I'm getting, the more that shit tears up the roof of my mouth. I ain't got time for it. The Bucks and Magic are on the Bulls blacklist now. With Zach DeMar and Javante back, I can't wait for them to torch them, especially the Magic and their creepy pasta mascot. Listen, the Magic's mascot is just fucking weird. Like, is that supposed to be a magic dragon? Is that what that's supposed to be? But it's just weird. It just looks really strange, really strange. What's up, Haize? I think I read the starters wrong. Zach is our starting power forward tonight. That's weird, man. That's weird. He needs to be more patient. The post, he looks to pass out way too quickly. You talking about Vooch? In the words of Big Worm Vic. Was a cat meowing in the back? Yes, that motherfucking cat. Like, it's just, this is 2 weeks of having this cat. And it's the first time ever. I'm terrified of cats. Cats fucking weird, man. Cats fucking weird. Weird. Just weird. Just now, today it's just been walking around all 3 levels of the house just meowing at what? I have no fucking idea. I have none. I made sure the cat fed. I made sure it had water. It's used the litter box. The litter box is clean. I don't know. The dogs even look at the cat like, look, if you don't shut up, I'm going to have to bite you. Like, I haven't bit you yet, but I'm going to have to bite you if you don't shut up. Luckily, the cat just kind of went and left and is gone now. But yeah, it's crazy. Grade the Bulls. Haize, grade Bulls up to now. I already did. I have my video before last is grading the Bulls mid-season so far. So go and watch that video. And I don't mean that to sound like a dick. With the live streams, I tried, because time's limited, so I try not to recap things that I've already gone over. But yeah, I have a whole video on that. You know what's funny, BKR Sports, is that Quan literally has never come back. He's never come back. He never come back. Remember a stream a couple weeks back when we were talking about anime, you watched Demon Slayer or Attack on Titan. Watch Attack on Titan. I haven't gotten into Demon Slayer. My daughter really loves Demon Slayer. But she's been trying to get me into it. I'll probably have to take a look down. Oh, Toledo. Oh, my sister lives in Toledo, and because she went to school out there. And the potholes in Toledo literally, like, they drop down and then you'll pop up in Cleveland. So it's like a wormhole type effect there. Like, they have these huge potholes in Toledo, and when you hit one, like, your car will go down, and the next thing you know, you're in Cleveland, which is just another thing that solidifies that Cleveland is the first ring of hell. That's all I got to say. Haize, love your pregame shows, especially on my day off. And yes, it's still for Grayson Allen. Let's go Bulls. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not down on Derrick Jones Jr. I like Derrick Jones Jr. And especially like when look at the thing is that they never got back to how they were using him. Before the COVID thing, they started the Lonzo Derrick Jones Jr. pick and roll started being dangerous, especially when DeMar and Zach were out, and they never really went back to that. And that's when Derrick Jones Jr. was playing some center for us when Bradley was out. So Derrick Jones Jr. I'm not. Everyone else on that list, I agree with. But you can't just ship him out. I mean, McKinney, no, listen, you couldn't trade McKinney for a pack of ramen noodles right now. Nobody would take that trade. Nobody would take that trade at all. Troy Brown Jr., he's coming along, and especially he's an expiring contract. You may be able to work him in a deal. Bradley, listen, the only thing that's hurting Bradley is that he has a second year on that deal, and I think it's fully guaranteed or at least partially guaranteed. So we'll see. But yeah, McKinney, man, somebody needs. I know he's from Chicago, but that kid got to go, man. He got to get the fuck up out of my city, man. Like, he got to go. He got to go. Let's see what else we got. Shay. If you had a choice for Robin Lopez, Derek Favors, or Trisha Thompson as your backups, Trisha Thompson, because I've never seen her play, so I gotta see Trisha Thompson play before I can say that she can play on this team. But I would think Robin. No, I don't think Robin gives us what we need. Tristan does in shape. Favors would probably be the one, and I've been keying in on him since the beginning of the season. That's just my personal choice because I would trust him to hit some more in the mid-range than I would those other players. How would you pitch bought out players on the depleted Bulls? You don't have to pitch them on the depleted Bulls. You pitch them on the fact that they fill a role, and then they've already seen what they do when everyone's healthy. You don't have to pitch somebody on a depleted team. You pitch them on the team you're going to have ready for the playoffs. I feel like I catch y'all every day. I'm not even a Bulls fan, but y'all the vibe. I appreciate that one, Mike History. I appreciate that. We got a super chat in the building. Thank you, Ray Guns 101. Hey, thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you. Love to have Holmes from the Kings. Your thoughts? I'm not as big on Holmes as some people are. I'm just not a knock on him as a player. I would much rather have Harrison Barnes than Holmes, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see what else we got. Wait, what? Hey, Haize, I was having a rough day. I realized I put the STD in stud and all I needed. What? No, man, listen. I'm like, what happened? You're crazy, man. You're crazy. Yes, Ozark is probably the best written show right now. And I've already made it through all the new episodes that got posted, and I hate that I have to wait. What is it, like 6 months before the second half of the last season is on? I need it now. I need it now. Now. Let's see what else we got. Wouldn't trade him for a bag of ramen noodles, man. No, I'm telling y'all, man. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, nobody's gonna want him. Can we make a new rule in the pre and post game chat that bringing up the name Tony Bradley is a bannable offense? Oh man. Listen, Bradley moves like the sloth from Zootopia. Like, everything he does is at like 1/2 speed of everybody else on the court. Even when he's running, when Tony Bradley is running at his full speed, it's still like a turtle moving out there, and it's terrible. All right, we got to get ready to go. The game's starting up, my brothers. I'm sorry I didn't get to all the comments today. Y'all were active today. Sorry I did not get to all of your comments, man, but I appreciate you guys. I will be back for a halftime. I'm actually going to pre-post them now before I go back up to watch the game. I know I didn't do that yesterday. I kind of just popped in on everybody's feed, but I will see you guys here at halftime. I can't wait to see you guys, man. Peace.